How are you today? Alright, I am fine too. Welcome to a lesson on general science. Before we look at a new topic, let's do a recap on the previous week work. Last week, we learned about health and hygiene. We say health means to be free from illnesses, while hygiene is to keep yourself and environment clean in order to be free from diseases. Do we get that? We also learned about general body cleanliness, which were washing of hands, cutting of nails, brushing of the teeth, hair maintenance, bath and care of the skin. We also talked about the importance of body cleanliness. It gives us healthy life. It takes away flies from our environment. It keeps us away from diseases. It keeps us away from illnesses. It brings us closer to God. How many of you have bathed this morning? Alright, that's lovely. Keep doing that, and it means you had some things learned and last week's topic. It takes us to a new topic today, which is objects in water. Objects in water. Let's look at our aim and objectives. At the end of this lesson, the pupils should be able to know the meaning of water, identify and list objects that float on water, identify and list objects that sink in water. What is water? Water is a liquid substance that is colorless, odorless, and tasteless. Water is a liquid substance that is colorless, odorless, and tasteless. Let's see the objects that float on water. Floating objects are those objects that stays on the surface of water. Floating objects are objects that stays on the surface of water. The objects that float on water are feather. Feather stays on the surface of water. Next is matchstick. It also floats on water. Next is plastic spoon. Plastic spoon stays on the surface of water. Next is cork. Do you know what cork is? Cork is used to cover the, the bottle of wine. Have you ever seen daddy opening wine before? Good. When daddy opens wine, the object that pop into the air is called cork. It helps to cover the bottle. Cork is one of the objects that floats on water. Next is a balloon. A balloon can float on water. A ball. A ball floats on water. A pencil. The pencil floats on water? Yes. A pencil is a light object and it can float on water. A plastic clip. A plastic clip is an object that floats on water. It is used to hold clothes on the rope. When wind blows, the clip helps to hold the clothes on the rope from falling, and it is a floating object. Alright, it takes us to objects that sink in water. Objects that sink in water. Sinking objects are those objects that goes below the surface of water. They are those objects that goes down below the surface of water. Let's look at the objects that sink in water. Picture there is a nail. A nail sinks in water. A key sinks in water. A metal spoon is different from the plastic spoon. When you hold the plastic spoon in one hand, the metal spoon in the other hand, check the weight of it. Plastic is light, while the metal spoon is heavy. So a metal spoon sinks in the water. A coin sinks in water. A stone is another object that goes down the surface of water. An egg sinks in water. A bottle top also sinks in water. Remember, an object that goes below the surface of water is said to sink, while the object that stays on the surface of the water is floating objects. It takes us to a summary. We have talked about objects in water. We've learned about the meaning of water, that water is a liquid substance that is colorless, odorless, and tasteless. We've also talked about objects that float on water. The floating objects are those objects that stays on the surface of water. We've mentioned some of the examples as the plastic clip, plastic spoon, feather, a ball, balloon, matchstick, pencil. We've also talked about objects that sink in water. We say sinking objects are those objects that goes down below the surface of water. Examples are a coin, a key, metal spoon, a stone, a nail, bottle top, and egg. Have you gotten that? Alright, you do these activities at home. Get a container. Fill in with water. Pick some of the objects like plastic spoon, a metal spoon, a key, a plastic clip, a pencil, an egg. Put them inside the container. Let's see what will happen. Check the objects that will float on the water and objects that sink in water. I will ask you this in our next class. Have you gotten that? Alright. It takes us to our homework. The homework is 1. What is water? What is water? 2. Write 4 objects that float on water. Write 4 objects that float on water. 3. Dash and dash are objects that sink in water. Dash and dash are objects that sink in water. Alright, we have come to the end of our lesson today. Remember to do your homework, and I am ready and willing to mark your work. Stay safe and God bless you. Bye-bye.